talk a little bit about nutrition. So you'll see these pyramids, you'll see them many different ways. I'm not here to say like this is the end all definitive, like scientifically. Oh, because actually that's pretty impressive. That leg, foot goes the other way. So you should be sitting on your butt. Go into like butterfly. Okay, now send that leg back. There you go. Yeah.
I was like, what?
So this is just how I approach weight loss, okay? So like we're talking about, first of all, and it's kind of a different conversation if we're bulking, okay? Maybe it shouldn't be, but again, I'm relating my experience, okay? In my experience, when I want to do a cut, like what Kenny was saying, I want to lose body fat. This is the hierarchy of things I start to think about. So the very first thing I think about is the quality of my food. I find that when I shift towards a paleo diet, so that means absolutely no added sugars, no grains, and even no dairy has worked really well for me, although I don't necessarily do that all on the first day. I just start to slowly eliminate that. Paleo and organic, the quality matters, right? So there's going to be more nutrition. The fatty acid profile is going to be better in organic meat, fish. There's going to be less toxins.
No farm fish.
Right, exactly. So but when we focus on quality meat, vegetables, a little bit of fruits, a little bit of nuts and seeds, depending on who you are, and get away from processed foods, that will be the first thing. If I do that within a week, I'm losing weight. Once I kind of feel like that's dialed in, I take a week or so to figure out what's on the menu, right? And this is an important point, right? Try and do everything overnight, there's so much to think about. So we kind of get our menu together, figure out what we like that aligns with paleo. Then we can take a week where we kind of micromanage and start to count. The most important thing is going to be calories, okay? If we're losing, probably want to be in the range of 10 times in calories. If we take our body weight and times that by 10. So if I weigh 200 pounds, then I want to be eating about 2,000 calories to start out. And if you're trying to gain muscle, we might push that up as high as 15. But again, gaining muscle and losing fat, that is a very challenging thing. So you're kind of picking between one or the other.
I think it's at home.
Weight loss, probably going to start you down as 10. That's going to be way more important and way easier to track and manage than your macros, okay? If and when you get this down, then we can start to look at your macros. The biggest bang for your buck is just going to look at your protein, okay? And so when we're losing and we want to have that good shredded athletic look, the thing that's going to dictate that is muscle. And so your body is prone to losing muscle during a calorie deficit. And so we want to look at our protein and we want to eat an amount of protein in grams times 1 times our body weight at least 0.75, right? So again, so if I weigh 200 pounds, I want to eat 2,000 calories, 200 grams of protein. If I'm not hitting that, then I could still be losing weight if I'm doing good at my calories, but maybe losing more muscle than I want. Plus you're in here doing all this hard work. We want to like see our muscles at least maintain, if not grow. And when the good news is when you're starting out in this journey, there is a nice little window where you can totally add muscle and lose weight at the same time. The longer you're in the game, kind of harder that gets. So quality is first thing. It's just an easy shift. I don't have to micromanage. I'm just selecting better things eliminating processed foods. Then I kind of get my menu. It's like, hey, let's see how much am I really eating calories. Cool. Okay, what does the content look like? Maybe I'm eating all organic, but turns out like I want a vegan lettuce diet. I really need to be adding in more protein, right? And then you look at supplements. So you don't jump right to supplements, okay? Obviously you want to fill the gaps, like you do a multi. We'll notice once we actually kind of plug in, like Aaron, what we're gonna do, we'll actually plug in your typical menu right now, and then we can look, an app like Chronometer actually tells you your micronutrients. We can be like, hey, love what you're doing, it's good quality, it's down to your calories, the macros are right, but just what you're typically eating doesn't get you enough vitamin E or A or whatever it is, then we can make sure you fill in that supplements. I mean, maybe. You gotta like it, right? Outside of that, two that I think everybody will see instant benefits from, gonna be vitamin D. Almost everybody's low, if not deficient in that. Legally, I can't give you a prescription, but I think 5,000 IUs is nice. And then, and creatine is in like the sports world is really proven to just be beneficial for everybody. So that'd be my starting. There's layers and layers and layers and layers we can go beyond that, but that's a nice easy way.
My doc says to do vitamin D at night because it helps your body to heal and when you heal.
That's right, yeah. Sleep, so we did a lot of videos on this last summer. I don't know, maybe you were watching us, Kennedy, it's brought you in, but the 4 pillars are, that I talk about for health, performance, all that is food, sleep, movement, mindset. So sleep is huge, 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 huge. Like you said, you want to repair, you want to grow, you want your body to change. If you don't recover, because you're inducing a stressor in here. It feels good, if you get endorphins, you feel great, but it's a stress on the body. You got to give it the ability to recover. And that's going to be done through nutrition, sleep, and mindset, learning how to relax and think positively and all that stuff. So that's my lesson, my sermon for the day. But yeah, you guys are doing awesome. Good start. Thank you.